You nervous? You gotta be a
Yeah.
little nervous, right?
Yeah, I was kind of nervous here. I mean, once he got to my leg, my dad, I was always talking to my dad because like it's interesting. There's some guys you want to go hard off the whistle. There's some guys you kind of only need to relax. And so I was like, what do I do? Do I go hard? Do I kind of relax? So I tried going hard, and he got to my leg in about a second.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Amanda, can we turn that? If we could turn
yeah,
that volume down. Yeah, that's what you're talking about, the scrambling.
oh yeah, yeah. Here I don't. I was doing good defense. I felt the leg, so I tried coming up, and this is something I actually do like quite a bit. Is where I just try jumping backwards and getting points. But if you could see, his hand was like across like
Throat.
my chin.
Okay.
So like I was like, then he ended up getting the points for that, and then right after that we kind of get a flurry where I hit a double leg, and I think that's what saved me the match. Is 6-0 is really hard to come back from. 6-2 is still hard to come back from, but you could if you. I felt that double leg. I knew if I just keep driving and get push outs, I know I could score him from that shot from just shooting. Because that's something I feel like people are like afraid to shoot on him different times.
Sure.
And once I felt that double leg and just drove it out of bounds, and I felt after that I can score from shooting. Like I don't have to just try and hit a slide by or just wait for him to do something. Like I can shoot and I can score.
Okay, so is it fair to say then from that I'm feeling like going into the match you were thinking obviously Seth's really good when people are on his legs. Were you thinking
Yeah.
don't shoot all that much, right? Like that's kind of the game plan. Was that maybe the game plan coming
Yeah,
in?
just be really smart with my attacks. I'm not going to shoot when I don't have to. I'm going to shoot when I need to or if I feel that big opening. And even here, like during the challenge, I was like still like, oh shoot, I gave up 4 from that. What am I doing? So like I didn't even realize I gave up 4 till after I got out of bounds and came up. So
Yeah, it was a
it was weird, that's for sure.
yeah, that's the word I was going to use. It was a weird situation.
It was, but like I do that in practice different times, and like I feel comfortable, when I have a leg and they're on my back jumping backwards.
Yeah.
But here, I mean, he felt it, and he just kind of pulled me right back and dropped me on my back.
Yeah. Well, it was a good counter by him.
No, yeah, for sure. And that's one of the things. Like that was one of the positions like I didn't want him to get in is where he can do these weird things that score off of my trying to do something, and he just holds me or something.
So 6-2 now, right? We got I think just over 2 minutes, so tons of time. And we're gonna go
Oh, a
back
lot
to
of action coming. That's for sure.
nice
Oh yeah,
retap.
there's that like same kind of like reattack, just double. And here's something like I was really struggling before, the open with finishing my attacks, and for whatever reason it just clicked. I got my butt in, my head up, and I was able to score, and then putting myself in a position where I can get a turn. Now it's 6-6. He's winning our criteria, but that's like a tied match, with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left. There's a lot of time. I know I'm back in this match now.
Yeah, freestyle is so crazy like that, and that's why I like it better now. I used to like folk style better, but it can change so fast.
Yeah, and there once again, like I like just step and just like hand it in my leg. So you can actually see in the back, my dad was yelling at me. He's like, "What are you doing?" So it's like there's like that like just carefree aspect of me. Like I just first 2 seconds I step right and give my leg. Here again, he has my arm, and I just put my leg in his arm. So like, and that right there was one of the positions like I knew he was really good with that 2-on-1 snap down. So I used some flexibility, used some I just weird, and just kind of fell down and then popped up, and then found that trap arm again. Here is he's really good defending it. Like I thought like I could tech him from here, but he like the way he fought was like weird and good. Like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't hold on or keep rolling him.
Man, this is amazing that you said you only started wrestling folk freestyle 4 years ago. I'm
Yeah,
blown away.
yeah, because I wrestled at Fargo in 21, and that was like my first year like doing freestyle.
Well, you're pretty good at it.
Yeah, trying.
30 seconds ago in the first period. 10 unanswered points on someone
Yeah,
as good as Seth Gross. That's impressive.
yeah, and I think for me, the big part was here was parterre, because I mean, you take away my two turns, it's 6-6. You know, it's a lot different match.
That was so slick.
Yeah, yeah, I love that position.
You just feel that and go, I assume, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's one of those things. It's like I mean, I have it down where it's like I know the position really well for being like young. You know, I have more reps in there than probably anybody else. So it's like I'm comfortable in there and I'm good at finding that position. And I remember during the break, I walk over. The first thing I'm saying is like, "Holy cow, I am so tired." Like I remember just being so tired, but I was only thinking about being tired. My body was just going and wrestling. So it was like being tired and being like that like helped me. Like cuz like I wasn't thinking about any shots or anything. I was just going and I was like, "Man, I'm tired." And my dad and Coach Jody are like, "No, you're not. You're doing good." I was like, "No, coach, I'm tired. I need some water."
I promise you guys, I'm really tired.
Yeah. And I was like, "You guys don't know." And then here it's like I was like I knew I wasn't gonna win 12-6 though. So I like knew like I was gonna have to keep scoring and that was hard because I was tired and I was just trying to get to my positions. And then here is like this is one of the positions too. Like my dad is like, if you're in a front headlock, do not spin behind. Like just take the stalemate. And so of course, I'm being dumb and I just go and roll and like he rolls me and then I roll him through. So it ends up being like a 2-2 exchange, which is it isn't bad, but it's one of those things, I got to be smarter in different positions.
Yeah, he nailed it. Your dad was right. Don't just.
He was, yeah. And after the match, I was like, man, like I didn't think I wrestled very good. I thought I was sloppy. I thought I was like just doing things. But the one thing I was saying was my timing was really good in this match. So that's why like in my interviews after, I was like, I'm gonna need to wrestle a lot better to beat Vito, but I know what I need to do, which is good.
Have you watched this match a lot? Much?
Not too much. I mean, I watched it a little bit, like with my dad and my coaches, but I sometimes I feel weird about watching my own matches, like because I don't want to like get a big head. So if I see myself doing good, it'll like make me like a little too like happy and proud of myself. Where it's like I don't want to be arrogant. I want to like stay humble and just want to get better at positions. So like I'd rather watch matches I lose.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. You can probably learn a lot more.
Yeah, and if you could go back and see that part where I got that push up, my dad is yelling, "Get down! Get in your stance!" Which
Yeah.
is funny.
Can you hear him when you're on the mat?
No, I can't hear anything. That's one of the things like my coaches, like that's why my dad does so many hand signals because like it's hard for me to hear. Like I'm just thinking about the wrestling, so I can't even hear things. So it's like those hand signals is what he did with me growing up and what like helped me. And here I was really tired and I was bleeding, and the ref is like, just wipe it. And I was like, oh, come on.
Let me walk over.
But
Come on, give me a second.
yeah, let me get a sip of water. I don't like this blood taste.
Just wipe it off. Love it.
Yeah.
Suck it up, kid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. And just, unreal.
Oh, that was exciting.
That was, man, that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a really good feeling. It was awesome, and just being there. My family was there, my parents, all of them, and my teammates, and so like seeing them after this was just it was an unreal feeling. I mean, it's been like something I've achieved some really cool stuff, but this was different, and just being able to hold that stop sign and that final X qualified sign was it's awesome. It's unfortunate I'm not wrestling on Final X anymore, but the thought is still the same. It's It's awesome.
Yeah.